Okay, in the past we have talked about suspending or reducing inspection frequencies for frozen conditions, but is there any other way to reduce inspection frequencies on my construction sites? We get this question a lot because a lot of times there are, pauses in construction for whatever reason. Something might be started, we might start a project, funding runs out, or there's another problem with, with permitting or with whatever the problem may be. There may be a problem that causes us to have a several month delay in when we are going to be able to complete that construction. And so we're not going to have anything happening on the site. Could be months and months that we don't have. Could be years. I mean, we've had some projects that get shut down for several years, but with the anticipation that they're going to start up again, right? So in situations like that, do I have to continue with my stormwater inspections? I don't really want to close out my permit. I don't really want to close out my SWP and then have to, amend the SWP completely when we start back up, or file a new NOI for coverage under the construction general permit, just because we're temporarily stopping construction for a while. But what's the, what can I do? Do I still have to have those every 7-day or every 14-day inspections going on? So here's the answer for you. Yes, it is possible to reduce the inspection frequency on your site if there is a pause in construction. However, the only way to do that is if you temporarily stabilize the site. Okay, so temporary stabilization can be done by using gravel, by using BMPs, perimeter controls, things in place that are going to completely stop the potential for erosion and sediment and pollutant runoff from the site. You also need to get rid of any potential pollutant generating activities or things like that that are on the site. But if you temporarily stabilize the site, then you are able to reduce the inspection frequency to once per month until those pollutant generating activities start up again. So you can do that. You can also do that for specific areas of your site. So let's say you have a really, really large site, right? Let's say you're developing 500 acres of land or something like that. And so you go in and you do the initial development, you develop all of this land, but then you're going to start building houses or buildings or businesses or whatever. You're going to start building those, but only in certain areas, right? Do we have to inspect the entire thing? Do we have to go out and walk the entire 500 acres every single time? Well, again, if you temporarily stabilize the portions of the site that are not being disturbed, then you can reduce the inspections on those to once a month. So if you're doing an inspection every week, then every fourth inspection, then you would go out and do the entire site, right? Now, permanently stabilized areas of the site, so if they're completely done and they're permanently stabilized, they have all of the asphalt, concrete, gravel, landscaping, whatever it is in place that's gonna, that they're gonna have for forever. Those areas can be completely suspended. You don't have to continue inspections on those once those areas are completely stabilized. However, for areas of the site that are just the construction is suspended, we're not doing construction right now, but we are going to get back to it in the future. Or if that's the case for the whole site, then it has to be temporarily stabilized. Oh, we've got some train activity going on here. Then it has to be temporarily stabilized. And once that has happened, then you can do inspections. You still have to do bi-weekly inspections every other week, every 14 days for a couple of months. And then you can go into starting the monthly inspections on those areas of the site. And you only have to do that monthly until you start construction back up again. So is it possible to reduce the inspection frequency if I'm not working on my site? Absolutely. We just have to make sure that we have the appropriate temporary stabilization measures in place. And once those are in place, we can reduce those inspection frequencies. All right, if you have any other questions, let us know. Thanks.